Hey guys, it's Mo Power again. Yes, I am indeed back. Gonna start doing some more videos for Dungeon Defenders with new updates. As most of you know, I stopped playing back in, I think it was February of this year, March. It is now November 2nd, and I am starting some new videos. Since I last played, they've added Sharkin and those Dingeon type genie guys. They've added the goblin helicopters that bring ogres, all that good stuff. So it was a learning experience coming back, and most of my stats, most everything I've got is still my old mythic gear, with the exception of a couple items. And so I've really enjoyed learning all the new stuff, but I thought I'd start showing some builds that I've come up with for different challenges, and I'm also going to throw up some survival builds and map builds as well. But we'll start things off with Raining Goblins Nightmare. This really hasn't changed since before I left. You're still just dealing with goblins and orcs. It's pretty easy. I'll show you the setup. It's going to be the same as did it before for the most part. So Raining Goblins, Nightmare, Hardcore. Now the reason you're going to want to do this map is, say you've got a Series EV or you've got a apprentice that you need some tower stats for. Well, if you want a really inexpensive, easy to get weapon with, with okay mythical starting stats, you can do this. And this will allow you to farm a weapon for the apprentice or Series EV, because they can use the same weapons, that has, okay tower stats. You can get them with 90 to 100 in the tower stats, which isn't bad for a few minutes of work. And this is a pretty easy build. It's one that's been around forever, but I have changed a little bit. I do use my Series EV for a while. You don't have to. I mean, you can even add summoner guys to this if you wanted, but I don't really worry about it. So pretty much what you're going to want to do is drop these out like so. Placement isn't as crucial as it used to be because I use an EV now for the front part, but go ahead and throw just a wall about like that if you want. This first wave, unless you have a big weapon with decent DPS, don't stay on your squire. Just can't cover as much area, so I'll switch to somebody with a ranged weapon. It's real easy. They've got less than 6,000 health on Nightmare, so it's pretty easy. And if you have an attacking pet, that helps too. Pretty much I just stand here and just go side to side, make sure nothing fits through these little gaps. And this one's only got 34 guys, so it's pretty quick. So just run around, get some mana for our countess to use for next wave. And that was real easy. You could stand on the crystal and do it. You could probably even do a summoner with 2 DPS pets and be able to defend that no problem. You don't need much DPS. Back to the squire. Going to sell this. Don't need it. Put a spinner or a slice and dice out about here. That'll start hitting them at the bottom of the stairs, and that's going to be the majority of your DPS to take out the bigger orcs. They come in the last, I believe it's the last 2 waves. So you want to put those up. I don't know, like so. Okay, well now you notice you've got a gap there. Well, rather than trying to cover it with squire wall and or summoner units or anything, you can put those off to the side, drop a physical wall, like so. You got plenty of defensive units to do that, and that's just going to block that whole area. It really doesn't take much damage. So from here we'll go back like this. I would suggest staying on your squire. It increases your damage and health of all these units. You don't have to, but it does make it a little easier if your stats are kind of lacking. My stats have gone up a little bit since I started, or since I came back rather. I'm still using my old mythic gear, but I got a transcendent sword, which has got somewhat decent stats. I've also leveled up to 78, so I can use transcendent. I will show you on a later video how I level up. I found a map where I can do In about probably 20 minutes, you can do one wave of this map and get from 0 to 71. Very, very quick. A lot quicker than my old Glitter Helm videos. So, okay, that's the first one. You will probably want to, unless you've got insane stats, go ahead and upgrade these. On the later waves, they do take damage, but you can sit here and just keep hitting G. Till the last two waves, it really won't take much damage. I believe it's a 20% bonus for having your character out, but you don't need DPS. If you want to, you can have a DPS character out and help, kill things if you want, or use DPS pets. Really, you don't need to though. As long as you have probably 1,000 in tower damage and like 500 on the other stats, you're going to be just fine. So don't worry about it. You might have to upgrade or repair here or there. Half the time I'll just upgrade instead of repairing because it's quicker. So we'll keep going. But yeah, I do have a map that's great for power leveling characters, and it's only on Insane. It's actually Insane Hardcore Aquanos, one of the newer maps that I wasn't out when I played before. I think the newest map to come out right before I had to stop due to school early of last year was the Sky of Love. I think was the last one that came out. So there's been a lot of new content released since then. So, and if you're wondering, this is a Countess. She's got the mermaid costume. I don't remember exactly how I got that. And then a cosmetic shield and face mask that are pretty much useless as far as stats go, but they do kind of look kind of nifty, I suppose. And they're green, so I put them on her because they kind of match her since she's already green. So, just to show you that this is very doable and to actually start taking some damage, I'm going to go ahead and add in another character via a remote control. Here I've got an old PS3 remote plugged in, emulated to an Xbox. You can go to the forums and figure out how to do that. I'll just bring her in so she can level up this seahorse. But what this does, when you have two people, you're going to get twice the reward. I mean, you can do it with your friends and get even more. But this way, and you really only need it for the very last wave, if you bring in your second character in the last wave, it's going to give you 2 rewards versus 1, which is really nice. It makes it twice as effective for farming these items. And it's going to take you a while to find a decent one, unless you get really lucky to get one right off the bat. But the stats on these items are entry to medium level mythics. They're nothing too impressive, but at least they'll get you started. Say you just hit 74 and you want to start farming some Nightmare or Insane Hardcore survival type of stuff. So that's what you want to do. If you're wondering about the seahorse that my Series EV is running, he's running a seahorse from Aquanos Survival. You can get it once you reach you pass wave 19. It'll give you one, and you can start that as early as wave 17. So you can only really do 2 waves and get a pet. So I've been farming that a little bit. They're decent DPS pets. They have AoE abilities and do decent DPS. So I've been running that. I believe this isn't my best one. It's just an odd one I happen to have on it right now. Yeah, there's the stats on her. Not that great. It's got some negatives and stuff, but since you can level pets in combat now, I just have it out. Oh, this is the weapon that you can get from doing this. It does have a few points, 38 upgrades in there. It's a very average one. It wasn't that great. It's only got 3 tower stats, and I upped both of them up to 120, I think, on that. But that is the item you're going to get out of here, and we'll take a look at the rewards. Whoops. So yeah, as you can see, with 2 people, stuff actually will start taking damage. But I should have been upgrading this whole time just to make it easier, but I haven't. These big guys like to wail on this stuff, so it is Nightmare Hardcore, so you got to keep that in mind. But not too shabby. And you can DPS on these last 2 waves in the front here. Got 2 more defensive units. Probably can make that physical beam one smaller and put a I don't know, some sort of, probably a proxy trap or something out front. Might thin them out a little bit. but I don't really worry about it because I'm not worried. So, like I said, you don't need my stats. If you really wanted to pretty much AFK this, if you had a somewhat decent Squire Guardian, you just sit up here in the front, it'll make the wall and the two spinners pretty much invulnerable. It'll drop the damage they take down to 16%, which is pretty crazy. Just keep in mind, a Squire Guardian, the max upgrades, at least last I checked, was 40, or excuse me, max boost. They'll have stats higher than that, but the effectiveness stops at 40, so as long as you have at least a 40, you're good. And at least 3 effect. You want it to affect at least 3 towers, so yeah, pretty good. The sides, I mean, sometimes I'll upgrade them once just to repair them, but they can go clear through without really worrying about it. Again, if your stats are lower, you might want to upgrade it once or twice, but you're going to have plenty of mana to do that. And I'm lagging a little bit. Gotta love fraps and a small recording size, but you know, you can record these as much as you want. But anyway, like I was saying at the start of the video, I am back for all you subscribers, people that are used to watching my videos. I'm going to be making more. I'm going to come back. Normally I have more free time come fall and winter, so I started making videos last year around that time, and I'm going to do it again now. I've gotten all the DLCs during the Halloween sale, and I'm ready to rock and roll. Last year, unfortunately, I had to stop making videos, got real busy with my technical college classes I was taking, and so yeah, I got busy, but let's see what we got here. Okay, these are the ones from my last 2 runs. Let's see, 71 upgrades. Not that great. You know, you can get them around 100 plus upgrades and decent tower stats if you just farm this a few times, depending on what you're looking for. And you know, they don't make bad DPS sticks either, but there are better ones. But that was it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you guys have any requests of things that are stumping you that you want some help with, shoot a comment my way, send me a little tell, and let me know what you guys are looking for. Alright, you guys have a good one.